Yo, YouTube, what's good? Wanted to make a video real quick. Um, Whew, I don't even know where to start. I've been working a lot. Been working the last few days, like overtime. Just putting in a lot of work. Overtime has been available at my place of work, so I've just been trying to work as much as I can so I can reach some of my financial goals quicker. Um, with this being the second phase of my extractions this past week, every time this happened, the first time I got my extractions, the first time I got my first two extractions, I was out of the gym for like 2 weeks. And the only reason why I was out for a long time was because um, I tried to work out like immediately as soon like I tried to work out maybe like 3 days after, and I think that I had popped the blood clots that had created or that were trying to form um, within where I had my extractions. Um, I was gonna say with the one out, but I didn't want to hit. So I had to hit it with the pause. But yeah, so the first time I tried to get back into working out a little too soon, and I ended up getting what is called dry socket, and it was like a really painful experience. Like the first week when it shouldn't have been. It should have been healing the way that this one is healing now. And Tuesday I'll go get a checkup. I'll probably plan the next appointment for my next few extractions. I have to get a lot of extractions for my dental work. But it's just work that needs to be done. And stuff that I wasn't focused on because I just wasn't focused on it. I had gotten into the LTR for a long time, and I was involved in a relationship that, I just wasn't focused on anything as far as myself improvement. And that would just probably coin or signal to me having lack of self-love and not even realizing it. Once especially as men, when we're in relationships and we're having sex on a regular basis, we can tend to get comfortable, and you have to always stay on your purpose and on your grind. So with that being said, with these two extractions now, it took me out of the gym for maybe about a week. Now I want to get back into having my routine of what I had, but each time that, because I had a whole other thing that I was doing too. Like I was in martial arts as well as in the gym at least 4 days a week, 4 days a week, actually 5 days a week. And then I was resting 2 days on the weekend. And I love that conditioning. My body is in the best shape right now. I still have my muscle definition and everything, but that week off will make me feel weak. Not in like a weak sense of like I feel like I still see my muscle definition and stuff, but I'm not at my peak because I'm not able to work out, so it's okay. It's a rest that the Most High kind of makes me take from being from going so hard in the gym all the time, so it's no problem. So I know that at least two more phases, I'm gonna probably have at least two more phases, so that therefore will take me out of the gym at least for a week when those happen. But within that week, I'm still transmuting my energy on monk mode, still on hard monk mode, still retaining my essence and all of that. But then I have to I'm transmuting my energy in a different ways. For example, working more, putting in some extra work at work, even though I was doing that while working out. It's just that when I'm working out, my testosterone levels are a little different. I actually have the energy to push through those things. And I still have the energy to push through things now too. It's just that because I'm not in the gym for this week whenever I get the extractions, and this is only going to be two more phases, and then I'm back on being able to be consistent within the gym. When I'm out, like for example, this past week I have more time to focus on music, for example. So I transmuted more energy into music and work. And I actually got the mixtape that I'm working on done. It's crazy. The mixtape that I'm getting ready to release probably sometime this summer is going to be called Apostle. I can share the title because I have the title already. and I'm working towards getting this mixtape out pretty quickly. And I'm excited about it. It's gonna be, fire. For me, it's fire for me. It's gonna be fire for y'all. And I do have a whole other channel that I was releasing music on, so I've already kind of started to think or consider just releasing all of my music on that channel, and then learning how to just kind of get both channels in a consistent flow. But this is my main channel, as I've mentioned in past videos. And this channel will always be, meant for my self-improvement, monk mode, and just positive motivation and energy, as I continue to, push this channel and grow this channel. Also, as I've mentioned, this channel is closer to monetization than the other channel that I had that I was dropping music on. But this week, I've had some challenges. When I'm working on music, sometimes I do like to catch a vibe. So, I'll pick up like a bottle of wine. I haven't had any hard liquor for like maybe 4 or 5 months. I only like had some hard liquor one time when I was like, we have family friends over at my parents, so like I did have a couple drinks over there, but I'm not getting sloppy drunk like I used to before. Like I used to want to get home. I used to want to get like a bottle, Henny, something strong like Bacardi or something, be on my level with drinking, and then smoke on top of that, and that would have me at my level to go to bed. But now that I'm just so conscious and aware of everything spiritually and all of that, I'm definitely more conscious of the act of how I'm drinking. I've mentioned in past videos as well that, I was battling with just the urge to smoke, and, my flesh wanting to smoke. And that's been something, I've jumped into a couple Reddit posts, like just, the community, the Leaves community, Quitting Weed community, with just mentioning like, look, I've been on hard monk mode, been sober for at least like 5 months off the weed, and just alcohol really in general. And basically, the only urge that I have now is to smoke when I take my vacation in the fall. So, or late summer, I should say. But, most of the individuals that have responded to me have mentioned, look, you've already gotten that far. By the time I take my trip, I'll have already been 8 months, almost 9 months in of just being completely sober off the weed and everything. And I'm good. Like I'm sharper. I know I have a different glow to myself internally. And I believe that that's manifested out as well, physically, from not smoking, and also not drinking heavy as well along with that. I never really drank that much. I was always smoking. Like I want to smoke in the morning. I want to smoke as soon as I got off of work, and then I would also want to roll one more nightcap before I went to bed, and then just recycle that routine. And that just seemed normal to me, it just seemed normal to ease my mind with smoking. And now, but like I said, there were so many other reasons. Like once I got on monk mode, there were so many things, and just the Most High just had me just stop and go cold turkey, because there were so many reasons that I needed to just stop smoking, and I didn't need to keep smoking. So and I feel stronger. I've been on a life high off of it, but the only urge that I've had has been the one to smoke when I'm on my vacation and I'm on my trip. But with all that being said, I I like to catch a wave when I'm making my music. So I'll usually get a bottle. But one thing that I've learned about myself is that, let's say I have a bottle of wine or something, I catch a nice wave, I'm feeling good, I'm making music. I usually get the urge to want to smoke while I'm creating that music, or I want to smoke after I create something, because I want to be in a different state listening to the music at the end. And I want to do more research on it and everything, but like it's so crazy if you think about music, right? Like, and if we were on a spiritual tip, right, we could mention how, they said like, music was Lucifer's, I guess, I won't say profession, but I guess we'll say that he was in charge of the music, right? These are some of the things that I hear. and I probably need to do my own research on that. But just with music alone, I also do feel that, you know, God has gifted us with certain gifts. It's just that certain individuals are willing to do other things to become famous and become rich and wealthy off of their gifts, and then others can become rich and wealthy, but it's a different kind of rich and wealthy. It's more of a spiritual rich and wealthy. And look, if you don't become famous, then you just don't become famous. And those that can relate to your music will gravitate towards it, especially in this era or day and age of the internet and everything like that. You know, you really don't need a record label. You can just build your following within the underground, as we know, and those that like your music will gravitate towards it. Also, a lot of the music that I still listen to, a lot of the sounds that I like and everything, the artists that make that kind of mute, the artists that make or record or perform over the kind of beats and sounds that I really like, most of the lyrics are gonna be, you know, sex, money, drugs, to be honest. And I try to block that out, but it is tough when you're on a righteous journey to block that stuff out. Because, you know, I don't want to go, like, I'm not gravitating towards full-blown gospel. Like, I like the music that I like, and I can usually separate the lyrics from the music, but the lyrics may still be having an effect on my spirit. The lifestyle, whatever I'm hearing or feeling, may still be having an effect on my spirit. But anyways, you know, I haven't relapsed on the weed, but I'll be honest, the last few days when I was working on music and recording, and I was drinking along with that, I had a black and mild. I know a lot of weed smokers will be like, a lot of weed smokers won't even work with tobacco, but I kind of got the black and milds to substitute for the weed, you know, and you know, it is somewhat of a substitute, but just learning about my body, like, I was like, the black and milds were keeping me up. My voice has been so pure from not smoking, you know, I could tell it was bothering, you know, my vocals as well. Not singing, but just, you know, I could just tell that my throat was getting sore from smoking the black and mild. So, you know, I've got to just watch myself. You know, I've got to have discipline, and I've got to fight the urge to not want to smoke when I'm drinking or when I'm making music, because that's the only time the urge gets really strong, is when I'm creating music. I catch a vibe. I want to drink and I want to smoke because I want to hear the music in a different state, you know. So that's one of the challenges or the things that I was kind of fighting this week. Also, I wasn't in the gym this week, so with that time I realized, you know what, I would have been in the gym, I would have been working out, substituting that dopamine. So I know that now with these next two phases that I have, I'm gonna need to discipline myself when I'm not in the gym, you know, for that week or so. And you know, I don't really beat myself up for drinking, or sipping something like some wine, or even if I did sip a little bit of like hard liquor or something, I'm not really beating myself up. But it is just something I need to be mindful of, because I do get the urge to want to smoke once I drink, and that's just smoke, just the act of smoking. And I feel like that is like, that should be feeling like a demonic spirit, dog, for real. Like, that should be feeling like a spirit, like, wanting me to smoke, because it's not the Most High, I know it. But I do feel like the Most High gives me grace, and I know that I need to repent when I do commit, you know, that sin of smoking. And I'm not even trying to sound over righteous. It's just that I know within my situation I've been set apart. And then I'm also gonna say too, it's crazy, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm never gonna smoke weed again in my life, because I don't know that, you know, I really don't know that. But me being set apart and being chosen in the aspect of like the Most High saying, like, he set me apart a certain way. Like, I'm not supposed to be doing, like, I'm supposed to be extremely driven. I'm supposed to be on hard monk mode. I was supposed to be put on this journey and this path, and I'm loving the benefits and the progress that I'm continuing to see, the self-improvement that I'm continuing to see. Like I've mentioned, my financial situation, my health, my physical, my dental, my job situation, everything has been just going up. It has been like a stock just continuing to rise for myself within my mind, body, soul, and spirit. And I actually did end up, even though I did, smoke the Black and Mild, like I there was like a little clip, I killed that today, so I'm like not even tempted. And like I'll hit the Black and Mild like 1 or 2 times and then I'll clip it. I'll hit it 1 or 2 times and I'll clip it. It's just the act of smoking that my body will want. But on top of that, I still transmuted my energy this week. I'm gonna give myself a break. I'll cut myself a break. It's not really me. It's the Most High giving my spirit grace. It's not me cutting myself a break. It's the Most High giving my spirit grace. And I'm still putting in work, but that still doesn't justify my flesh battling my spirit. That's still something that I have to work on and I have to continue to get better with and get stronger with. But I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'm trying to continue to better myself each day, but like, I'm still been putting in overtime this week at my job. I got my mixtape done, and that's in the process of being pretty much mastered. And I always say I gotta make a tape for the streets. Always gotta make some heat for the streets. But other than that, I'm in a great place. I can't complain. I'm very grateful. I'm blessed. I'm thankful for everything that I have: food, shelter, my transportation, good energy, good vibes, family, and I'm just staying as positive as I can to continue to push forward on this monk mode journey. There's a lot of other things that I know. Oh yeah. Also too, just being able to be blessed to be able to even take a trip in the next few months and have the funds to be able to take care of it and not really have to worry. This is my first year, and it's still going towards it's still, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm still on the path to having the best year that I've ever had. And I was thinking about it today at work. Like, it's crazy because, I was really thinking about that saying of someone either making or breaking you. And, I could feel like if I was with the right person, that I would be able to still progress and probably grow quicker in certain aspects. But right now, me being by myself, it was just, it's ironic that this is going to be my best year so far in my life, as far as just being reborn within the mind, body, soul, and spirit, being renewed, my financial situation, being able to take a trip. Like I said, not playing catch up, paying for the trip, getting back. Like, this is going to be my first really fully paid trip, and I don't have to really worry about anything. Like, I'm going to be able to take this trip and just literally relax and not worry about coming back to any stress or because I remember, like, a lot of people will take trips or vacations. You're not really in a position to take the trip. You'll come back, and then and this was me and probably my family when we growing up. Like, we take a trip, and then it was like you had to take that big sigh before you were coming back home, because you had to come back to the problems that you didn't deal with before you went on the trip. So this is going to be my first trip where I can just kind of chill and really relax and really cleanse my mind, body, soul, and spirit. And also, a person responded to me today too regarding the smoking thing, saying like, look, just substitute it with exercise, with heavy exercise. So yeah, that is a goal and a target of mine as well. By the time I take my trip in the fall or late summer, I would like to have my body in the best shape that it's been in. My body is probably in the best shape it's been in right now too, but I know I can feel it within myself. I can go harder. I can get my body to an even better point, a better position, and then even when I take the trip, I'll be in a state to continue to work out, and I'll have the beach to work out at, whatever gym facilities they have at where I'm staying. I'm going to be going in, and it's going to be a different kind of vibe because I'll be away, so I'm excited about that, because that just it makes me feel good about my confidence. It's an increase and an improvement in my confidence, so I just have to keep doing what I got to do now. Like, you know, I said a prayer, I asked the Most High to release me of the urge of smoking. And, I haven't, like I said, relapsed on the weed, but just even me wanting to smoke a black after I'm sipping, I had to ask for repentance and the Most High to release me from that urge. And I said it in my past video, like 1 week, and it might come back. 1 week it was just sexual urges. Now I do feel as I continue on this monk mode journey, the urges are starting to fade. They are starting to fade. But they come back extremely strong before they fade. So, it's all patience and persistence. And I just need to continue to stay focused on this journey, on this monk mode journey. It's been a couple days since I put up a video because I've been working and I've been grinding, and dealing with what I've been dealing with too, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So I'm just glad that I was able to get up this video and just kind of vent and express how I've been feeling the last few days, and just continue on this path because I love it. I do love it. It feels good. I'm on the grind. Even just building this channel, seeing this channel grow is extremely motivational to me. I have a goal and a target that I'm trying to reach and I'm aiming for with this channel. So, I'm just going to continue to do what I need to do and stay focused, and, it's not easy. It's not easy. As we always will say that, our spirit is warring against our flesh and the flesh is warring against our spirit. And you'll probably always hear me say that in most of these videos because that's the real battle that we're battling with every day. And that's not even just one. That's just one battle within the war. The war is always spiritual between good and evil, So it's like you just got to stay focused and positive. And like I said, I'm not perfect. You're gonna hear, and I try to express that. My music is really one of the only things that allows me to express exactly how I'm feeling, because music isn't an emotion, But yeah, glad I was able to get this up. I appreciate anybody that's been supporting the channel. If you haven't, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna be on this later. All right, peace. Love y'all.